Shalom, shalom, shalom. This is the brother Thawalai coming back once again to bring out another lesson for the flock, praying that it be edifying. It's just a quick, simple lesson. Pray that anyone that comes across it is blessed and that they pick up some information necessary for this walk. Anyway, as always, I want to begin by giving all praise, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Bahasham, Yahweh Shai, Bahasham, Rahab Kadash. Double honors to the apostles, the elders, the bishops of Great Millstone. Peace and salutations to the 144,000, the hopeful elect, the confusion of faces, the men, women, and children scattered throughout the four corners of the earth. I want to say Shalom. Shalom. We're going to get right into it, if I may. This lesson will be entitled Famine of This Word. And I entitled it this because our people have gone after other doctrines, other gospels, other gods, lowercase g, other philosophies, other means of understanding. You know, they chase after everything that is unprofitable to them. Just constantly, running after things that have literally left us in the position as to why we are where we are today. So, just going to touch on this and, bring it full circle, if I may. So I'm going to begin. We're going to use the blue letter, if I may, today. I don't have any apocrypha in there, so we're going to begin with 2 Timothy 4. And I'm going to get right to the point. And we're going to go ahead, we'll get it in the NLT. And it reads, "For a time is coming when people will no longer listen to sound and wholesome teaching. They will follow their own desires and will look for teachers who will tell them whatever their itching ears want to hear." And since this is English, and we know that the English language is a bastardized language, I always love when the blue letter is not giving me that is peculiar. Let's see, let's go back. We'll try it on this side. It's like sometimes I don't understand it. Why is 4 second will come for the time when sound doctrine. There we go.
Strong's G 2833. Gnatho. Gnatho.
We're going to go right down to outline of biblical usage. And it's not talking about scratch, tickle, and make the itch, but desires of hearing something pleasant. So that's what that itch is. You know, it's not their ears itching, like as you would think in America, where you stick your finger and shake your ear real well to stop the itch. No, these people don't want to hear the truth. They want to hear something that is pleasant to their ears, something that tells them they can do whatever they want, something that moves them in a way that allows them to continue in their wickedness, And this has been a long time with our people. This is not just a new thing, This isn't something new that our people have just woken up to doing, But again, in this new generation, we have a lot of men of the circumcision who are teaching things that they ought not teach, and are committing people to a condemnation which they're not going to have the understanding to remove their necks, But our people enjoy hearing it. They enjoy hearing things like, oh, the Most High made everything good, so you can eat whatever you want. When they let down the basket with all of the clean and the unclean animals, and rise Peter, kill and eat. So I'm gonna get up and kill and eat. But having no understanding, all they need to know is whatever it is, they can kill and eat. So our people, like I said, for a long time have continued in this line of wickedness, and it keeps them stuck in the same position from over and over, from generation to generation, rinse, wash, and repeat, and you come back and you're still caught up in the same folly. But the time is coming where these things are going to be removed. We're going to go right over here to Titus 1. And I'm going to start at verse 9, read 9 and 10. Just, tonight we're just getting to the point. Keep my speech limited and try to just bring this word out. But, Lord will, we go where the Spirit leads us. This is Titus 1 and verse 9, and it reads, holding fast the faithful word as he hath been taught. So, hey, these men out here that are teaching lies, as the apostles say, in order to teach a lie, there's something that you must know. And that's the truth. Unless you're just naive, stupid, just, unlearned and not trying to learn and just winging it. But most of these men, they are learning, the Purple Baptists, they're learned men. So they know the truth, but yet they continue to speak lies. Just wrap it in enough truth so that you can go and against the average person. They can't figure out how to get around what you're saying. And they're very manipulative. You know, they're the junk used car salesperson. You know, they'll fast talk you and back talk you and hit you with a dozen scriptures that really didn't actually speak on what they're doing, but it just, you know, they're not bringing out the truth, man. Again, holding fast the faithful word as he hath been taught, that he may be able by sound doctrine both to exhort and to convince the gainsayers. And you know, a lot of the apostles, the elders, man, you don't really hear a lot of people still coming up against them. You know, I mean, outside of Haman, who, you know, that's his job. You know, he's been paid to do this, but the average gainsayer, the average shit talker, man, they're, you know, hey, too many of these prophecies are manifesting in themselves. Too much of these things that the apostles and the elders have spoken about are coming into fruition. So now these gainsayers, these shit talkers, these naysayers, they have to reevaluate the things that they've been saying. And many have to consider, you know, if you're a righteous man, then you have to consider now. You know, the time of bullshitting is up. Now you need to consider what was spoken to you and take heed. And if you're a wise man, you will. But for the foolish, it's all in vain. This is continuing. It says, "For there are many unruly and vain talkers and deceivers, especially they of the circumcision." I'm going to get that in the NLT. "For there are many rebellious people who engage in useless talk and deceive others. This is especially true of those who insist on circumcision for salvation." You know, and moreover, that's really, you know, the Israelites who knew they were Israelites, who were circumcised, and who looked at the Israelite foreigners like, you can't qualify because you're not circumcised. It was an outward thing. It was not a circumcision of the heart. So, you know, like the apostle says, there's times when the blue letter is, and these other definitions are a little sketchy, to say the least. But the point is basically that of the house of Israel, of those that know they're Israel, these are the ones that are going off the best. But there's a time coming. There's a time coming. We're going to keep moving right through this. Let me begin in verse 1. What I want is in 2. And it reads, "Let us therefore fear, lest a promise being left us of entering into his rest, any of you should seem to come short of it." And that's, you know, a lot of men are falling out of this thing, you know, right now when the time is close. You know, when everything is culminating, there's men falling out of this thing. And then we know that this is just, you know, this is the beginning, because when the real trials kick in, when the real hour of temptation begins, a lot of Israelites are going to fall off. A lot of Israelites who've been hollering and raising all kind of hell, and downing everyone else and uplifting themselves and telling people how they ain't shit, but hey, a lot of people are gonna fall off. For unto us was the gospel preached as well as unto them, but the word preached did not profit them, not being mixed with faith in them that heard it. And that faith, first and foremost is the faith in Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shai. And then that faith in the word that was given to us, that is true, that all of these things are going to be made manifest. So scripture says, roughly paraphrasing, when thou comest to serve the Lord, prepare thyself for temptation. So hey, it's gonna be hard times coming. So it's best that we know this truth, to hold steadfast to it, not to waver. Men ought to always pray and not to faint. And this first and foremost begins with our faith in Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shai, and that He gives us that which we need to endure the troubles that He's sending. You go to the source when you need strength. And this is what we try to do. We lean not to our own understanding. We lean not on ourselves, and we damn sure don't go down to Egypt for our help. We turn to our power. We ask our power to hide us in the times that are coming, to put us under His wing, to strengthen us to go through the adversity that He's brought upon us, and to have that faith in His word. That's first and foremost, man. Faith in Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shai, and faith in the word that He has given us, that He is truthful and faithful to His own word. Scripture says that the Most High puts His word over His name. I believe that. Let me see. Make sure I get that right, Bubba Kashaw. Give me one moment. I hate having dead air, but I want to make sure that I quoted that correctly, if I may. If you're hearing some noises in the background, it's because it's the weekend and I'm doing my laundry. This is Psalms 138, and I'll begin at verse.
You've got mail.
And Salakia. Let me put that. For a moment. This is a Psalm of David. I will praise thee with my whole heart. Before the powers will I sing praise unto thee. I will worship towards thy holy temple and praise thy name for thy loving kindness and for thy truth. For thou hast magnified thy word above all thy name. So, man, Most High ain't playing. If he said it, he meant it, and it's going to manifest itself. Scriptures also says that no word will go back to him void. So he put his word above his name. Man. But hey, our people have been stiff-necked, they've been stubborn, rebellious, refusing to listen, from the prophets all the way up to the apostles unto now. Our apostles now, you got a lot of men that, they desire so much to be HNIC that they will feed the sheep anything to make them sound like they are wisdom. That they have some knowledge that hasn't been imparted to the apostles and the elders. But they don't. This is Jeremiah 44 and verse 15. Because like I said, our people have always refused to do what they were supposed to do. And they've always gone a whoring after other gods. Jeremiah 44:15, I'm going to read 15 and 16. Then all the men which knew that their wives had burned incense unto other gods, and all the women that stood by, a great multitude, even all the people that dwelt in the land of Egypt, in Pathros, answered Jeremiah, saying, ignorant ass niggas, as for the word that thou hast spoken unto us in the name of Yahweh, we will not hearken unto thee. But 17, but we will certainly do whatsoever thing goeth forth out of our own mouth to burn incense unto the Queen of Heaven, and to pour out drink offerings unto her, as we have done, we and our fathers, our kings, and our princes in the cities of Judah and in the streets of Jerusalem. For then had we plenty of victuals and were well and saw no evil. And that's a load of bullshit, man. That's the arrogancy of our people, man. Evil was besought them all the time. But in order to do what they want, they would actually tell a lie. We ain't seen no evil. We ain't had no troubles. But that they were going through all kind of stuff. And just like now, our people cherish wickedness. And they would rather, hey, as in the time of Yahweh Shai, what'd they say? Give us Barabbas. And our people haven't changed. Give us George Floyd. Give us these niggas when they get mowed down. Niggas, other niggas want to march for niggas. But man, hey, we're past that time now. And this is an exact reason why the troubles and the woes that are on the so-called black community are as they are. Because for the longest, they have refused. They have refused. They have rebelled. They have come against it. They have stood and poked their chest out and declared that they're going to continue their wickedness. And you can't tell me shit. But the time is coming. The time is coming. There's a time coming. You know, there's a time coming. This is Isaiah 30. I'm going to get to 12 and 13. Wherefore, thus saith the Holy One of Israel, because you despise this word and trust in oppression and perverseness and stay thereon. Man, therefore this iniquity, sin upon sin, shall be to you as a breach. And we're going to get that word. And hopefully this doesn't give me, there we go.
Strong's H6556. Peretz. Peretz.
Peretz. Breach, gap, bursting forth. Bursting forth, outburst, breach, broken wall. Outburst, figure of God's wrath. I love how they put the proper definition last. But hey, it's fitting, you know. Therefore this iniquity shall be to you as the Most High's wrath, ready to fall, swelling out in a high wall, whose breaking cometh suddenly at an instant. Hey. But the thing is, the Most High, man, he gives signs, he gives wonders, he gives, he sends his prophets to give warnings, you know. He does so many things, man. So many things to try to get you to do what he wants you, what's required of you to do. But in your rebellion, that wrath comes, man, out of nowhere. Because you're too busy doing your thing that you can't see it until it's on you. And this is what's in store for our people. This is what's coming for our people. This is the end result for what our people have been doing, what they've done, what they continue to do, how they don't want to hear the truth, how they don't want to follow it, how they want to do everything but what's required of them. Well, now, the moment is almost on them. And this is going to be their end result. Amos 8 and 11. Behold, the days come, saith Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai power, that I will send a famine in the land, not a famine of bread, nor a thirst of water, but of hearing the words of Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai. So, you wouldn't get right, you didn't get right, you refused to get right. Now there's no means left for you to get right. You're not going to hear the word. You're not going to be able to get understanding. the prophets, the men of the Lord are going to be removed from the corners. And we see this time coming. You know, we see all of these bills that they're making, and some of them quietly, some of them are in your face, so you know, because this way you can't say that you weren't warned. Hey, but the Most High is moving. He's moving in all his awesomeness, if that can be a word for this evening. And the time is coming when, hey, he's going to remove the knowledge, the real knowledge, the proper knowledge, the truth, the 100% truth, and you're not going to be able to get it. And that's when it's going to be too late for you. So with that, I hope this was an edifying lesson. I told you it wasn't going to be too long. I'm going to close out. As always, we're going to go to our closing scriptures. This is Ecclesiastes 12 and 13. And it reads, "Let us hear the conclusion of the whole matter. Fear the Most High." And it's reiterated throughout the scriptures. Fear the Most High, fear the Most High. Honor him, reverence him. You know what I mean? Man, fear, keep his commandments. For this is the whole duty of man. So with that, I'm going to close out by giving all praise, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Bahasham, Yahweh Shai, Bahasham, Raha Kodash. Double honors to my apostles, elders, bishops, priests, men of great millstone. Peace and salutations to the 144,000, the hopeful elect. I want to say shalom to the confusion of faces and the men, women, and children scattered throughout the four corners of the earth. Shalom and wa abba. Shalom.